Hey, what's going on, guys? So I wanted to make this video to talk about one of the really beautiful features that Facebook allows you to do on their platform from an advertising perspective, and that is creating what's called a lookalike audience. And I think this is a feature that it's quite remarkable that there's so few people that are actually doing this relative to the amount of spenders on their platform. And it's something that could really be quite influential for your cleaning business. Now, let's break down what a lookalike audience is, and then we'll go into how to actually set it up and create one for yourself. So basically, what a lookalike audience is taking a seed audience that you upload to the Facebook platform, and what Facebook will do is it will find the common denominator between all of these folks and then use that data to try and find more individuals that closely represent that profile. So it's really a feature that's made to optimize on your behalf and really squeeze out the best results for whatever you spend with them. So if you think to your current avatar, your ideal clientele, and you'll probably notice that there's some recurring themes that you see. So maybe it's people that are in a certain age range. Maybe you find that a lot of your clientele are women. Maybe you find that they're pet owners, that they watch these types of TV shows. Essentially what a lookalike audience is grabbing a few of those pieces and probably many other features that you don't even realize and combining all of those together. So that's what's great about this. It does a lot of the heavy lifting for you and essentially allows the platform to work its magic itself. And based on my experience from running this for ads, I've seen that this is just an awesome way to get cheaper acquisition costs and potentially tap an audience that your competitors are never going to tap. So let's dive right into my computer and I'll show you guys how to set this up. All right, guys, so we are officially inside of the ads manager and ready to set everything up. So prior to doing this, what I need you guys to have ahead of time is some type of exported list to actually build the lookalike off of. So ideally, you want to have an actual customer list, so an email list of your current clients, past clients, that kind of thing. Now, I would recommend a list size of 1,000 or more. As an absolute bare minimum, 500. Ideally somewhere between 500 and 1,000, though, if not higher, is really going to yield the best results because this is essentially how much data Facebook needs to accurately find a common denominator. So once you guys have that audience already exported, then what you're going to do is you're going to go into this screen and you're going to click on these little symbols over here, and you're going to go to audiences. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on this blue button that says create audience, and first you're going to upload your custom audience. So again, this is the email list, the customer list that you already have and that you're going to be using as a seed audience for the lookalike. So you guys can check customer list, press next, and then basically just skip through all of this. We're not going to assign a customer value. Press next. Okay, so once you get to step 3, this is where you actually import your list. So I created a dummy list over here in my desktop, so I'm just going to access that sample email list and click and drag it over. All right, boom, press next. So now is when you actually match the fields to the appropriate columns. So Facebook will automatically try and do this to whatever it finds. So for example, the emails are already lined up, but we have to click here where it says action needed and make sure that we get the other columns. So sometimes it won't pick up on the first name, last name. It might not pick up on the phone number if you don't have the country area code. So if you're in the US, you don't just want the area code, you want to have the 1 before it too. Otherwise it won't pick up the number, unfortunately. Kind of a pain, but you just have to make the best with what you got. So we're going to just make sure that we could basically identify all of these fields really quick and then press next. So you guys want to identify as many of those fields that we're missing as possible, because the more fields that you could line up, again, the more accurately Facebook will allow to work on your behalf. So once you're done with that, you're going to see this option, create a lookalike audience, as one of the presets. And that just makes our job very convenient. So we're going to click create a lookalike audience, and Facebook allows you to choose between a selection of somewhere between 0 to 1%, or 0% and 10%. So 0 to 1% is going to give you the most confined results, the most closely resembled basically seed audience to find more folks from. If you go 0 to 2%, it's going to be a little bit more narrow. 0 to 3%, a little bit more, or sorry, a little bit more wider. 0 to 3%, a little bit more wider than that, and then so on and so forth. 10% being the least close to resemblance. But the trade-off is that you get to work with more people. So you kind of have to weigh, what are you going after? More of a confined audience and not dealing with as many people, or increasing that lookalike percentage and dealing with a larger audience. So I always tell people, start with 0 to 1%, see how many people it gives you, and then kind of work from there. And not just that, but maybe create several different audiences. So you could do a 0 to 1%, then you can create one that goes 1 to 3%, and then create another audience that goes 3 to 6%. Perhaps you want to create another one that goes 6 to 10%, and maybe just test all of them. In theory, the 0 to 1% is always going to give you the best results. And then you guys are just going to click here, and you just need to enter the country. Basically, you need to give it the appropriate country to where it's going to pull data from. United States. All right, now boom, after you created your lookalike audience, you should get brought to a screen like this. So you have successfully created a lookalike audience if you're getting brought to this screen, which is excellent. So now to kind of finish everything off, when you would go back to the ads manager and create your campaign, now when you're at the ad set level, which is where all of the audiences and targeting happens, that's when you could upload your lookalike audience. So I'm just going to create a quick test over here just to kind of walk you through it. So you're going to select your campaign objective. Now here at new ad set level, now we're not just working with interest-based targeting anymore. Now we're in the big boy league. Now we could work with the lookalikes. So for example, when you go over here, you're going to click on custom audiences, and now you have the drop down of the lookalike or lookalikes that you just created, and you can officially start marketing to. Guys, that's pretty much it. Give it a shot. Guaranteed going to lower your acquisition cost, and let me know how it goes.